Have you ever caught a police officer lying in court? Yes, as a computer forensics expert. In the early 90s, local police had raided the house of a town official on a tip. They had confiscated the person's laptop computer and emptied file cabinets of documents. Their computer expert had supposedly discovered a second set of books on the hard drive of a laptop and had printed them out to provide as evidence. They had apparently also discovered child pornography stored on the same computer, adding to his charges and landing him firmly in jail with a very high bail. His wife stood by him throughout, as she was certain he was honest. I was brought in as an expert witness, as I always did. I imaged the hard drive before my investigation and had a look at the low-level file structure sans OS to look for the most recently accessed files. I was not told the details of the case prior to accepting the laptop, but was only asked to report on possible tampering. What I immediately noticed was that a large number of files had been copied onto the laptop only 2 weeks prior to my receiving the laptop for review. All images. I hate finding caches of images like this for obvious reasons. There were a handful of other files that had been added or modified 3 weeks prior, mostly spreadsheets. I later learned that the accused had been raided almost 3 months prior to my involvement and had not even seen the laptop since the police had been in possession of the laptop the entire period following the raid. The dated printouts of the spreadsheets matched the files the police expert had supposedly discovered on the laptop. The expert did not even attempt to cover their tracks by fixing file dates, something easily doable with easy-to-find tools at the time. The police expert apparently made an excellent presentation in court, basically painting the official as an evil pedophile that had stolen hundreds of thousands of dollars from the town over several years, hiding records of the transactions on his personal laptop, and produced no printed record of the theft. I was not in the court for this presentation to maintain my neutrality. I was asked to take the stand, and I presented a detailed report of what had transpired on the laptop, including some nice chart showing 3 or 4 separate blocks of changes. The judge thanked me for my testimony, and the entire courtroom was completely silent as I left. As a result, all charges were dropped, and the official was released the same day, apparently with an apology from the judge. He and his wife almost immediately moved out of the town. I think his wife had already moved after the charges became known. He later sued the town civilly and got enough money to retire, basically bankrupting the town. I was later paid double my invoiced fee with a thank you note from the couple for a job well done. The existing town government was purged by the next election. The town no longer has a police department. I suspect that the police officers were no longer employable after this incident.